Hello and welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Travis Green.
And I'm Brett Kennedy.
Brett, how about your Kansas City Royals?
That was a huge win for the Royals, Trav. Down 6-2 in the bottom of the 8th. I thought it was over, and now it's going to Game 5.
Game 5, I'm saying they win it 17 out of 38 times.
Fetty Wap, baby. Yeah, baby.
On Saturday, the Boise State Broncos came into Fort Collins, and this one got ugly for the CSU football team. Colorado State track and field team was there to show off their Mountain West title, and this touchdown pass to Joe Hansley from Coleman Key were just about the only Colorado State highlights all game. And if this doesn't sum up the night for Colorado State, I don't know what does. Cam, the Rams runner, running pretty well here, and takes a spill. Mom, Neosporin.
Hashtag Band-Aid.
Boise State Broncos opened up with a trick play. The wide receiver pass to Thomas Spurbeck for the touchdown. Boise State gets on top early and stays there. Running back Jeremy McNichols had a huge hole here. You could drive a truck through this. Takes it to the house for the 50-yard touchdown.
Trav, you and I could have ran through those.
We could have. Brett Rippon, the quarterback for Boise State, was ripping CSU a new one all game, Brett. Right here he finds Thomas Spurbeck over the middle, takes this one 85 yards for the touchdown. And as I said, Brett Rippon, this freshman stud, anytime CSU got pressure on him, he still delivered dimes.
Look at that throw. He was hot.
And he can even run, too. Is there anything Rippon can't do?
This guy's going to be good for a long time, Trav.
Boise State picks up the 41-10 win. After the game, head coach Mike Bobo made it clear that the Rams have to stop thinking about what could have been.
We're 2-4. That's what we are, and we need to realize that. You know, we could keep saying we shoulda, coulda, woulda. We didn't. We're 2-4. We got to go back to work and worry about this week and try to get this win instead of talking about what we could have done or should have done or we should have won these games because we didn't. And, that's what we need to do.
Trav, I think we need a new segment in this show.
Like what?
How about a play of the week?
Ask and you shall receive. Jonathan Moxie on this interception off of Coleman Key in the end zone. Coleman Key tosses one up in the air, hoping that Xavier Williams would come down with it, but Moxie winds up getting this one.
This was a huge play, Trav, because the Rams were driving. They were down 24-7 at the time. Coleman Key had them on a pretty decent drive, and the throw that Key threw was pretty catchable. But Xavier Williams didn't fight hard enough for the ball, and the ball just happened to land right in Moxie's lap. He got lucky.
Yeah, lucky play. You might see that one on SportsCenter, but you did see it here on CTV Sports. That's our play of the night. It's time for our player of the week. Typically, we have an offensive and defensive players of the week, but offense wasn't there for CSU, not existent this weekend. Our defensive player of the week goes to Kevin Davis. 13 total tackles, 6 solo tackles, 7 assisted. Brett, Kevin Davis has stepped up big for the Rams this entire season.
He was all over the field, Trav. The one lone bright spot for these Rams. The Colorado State volleyball team played Air Force in Moby Arena this past Saturday. The Rams swept the Falcons right out of the building in 3 straight sets. CSU was down early in the first set, 24-21, but was able to rebound by a couple kills from Alex Reid to take the set. In the third set, the Rams were down 20-17 late, but then went on a 5-point run behind the serving of Grace Gordon to win the set 25-21 and clinch the match. CSU had a second best in kills this season in a 3-set match with 52. Alex Reid finished with 13, Alex Paletto had 12, and Acacia Andrews had 10. Dree Colbert finished just shy of yet another triple-double with 9 kills, 9 digs, 26 assists, and 3 blocks. This moves CSU to 13-3 overall and 6-0 in the Mountain West. The team will play its next game in a huge matchup against 15-3 Wyoming at home tomorrow night.
Things heated up for the Colorado State women's golf team this weekend as they earned the tournament best score since 2009 on Sunday. The Rams concluded the Ron Moore Women's Intercollegiate Tournament in 4th place with an 8 over 872. The overall team score was the program's best finish, finishing second during the Pentarmigan Ram Fall Classic in 2009, their best since 2009. The same year, CSU advanced to the NCAA Regionals. 3 individuals also stood out on Sunday, earning top 20 finishes, led by Allie Anderson. The sophomore shot a career best 215 and finished tied for 5th place. The Rams now have 2 weeks to prepare for their final tournament of the fall season, which will be in Las Vegas at the Las Vegas Collegiate Showdown in late October. Time to gamble.
The Colorado State soccer team played New Mexico this past Sunday at the Lagoon. And as you can see, it was an absolutely beautiful day for soccer. The Little Leaguers getting some play time in.
Hey!
But the Rams got on the board first with a beautiful assist from Jessica Stauffer to Hannah Gurdon, who headed it into the net. What a play. 2 minutes later, New Mexico struck back with a corner kick from Dylan O'Connor to Lindsay Geis with the beautiful header into the goal. Geis is a Fort Collins native, Trav.
Oh, baby.
Right before halftime, Quincy Slora for the Lobos had a curling free kick that found the corner of the net to give the Lobos a 2-1 halftime lead, and they were fired up. The Rams tried to come back and were so close. Gurdon's shot on goal right here bounces right off the crossbar on the post. The Rams ended up losing this game 2-1, and it drops the team's record to 3-10-2 on the season, and they will play its next game against Nevada on Friday.
I don't know. You know, winning it's an elixir that we haven't gotten a good swallow of, because when you win, sometimes you win and you don't know how you win. You just win. It's just what happens, and we haven't gotten to that moment yet as a program, obviously. And but conversely, losing, you can go into it with doubt every time you step out there, and unfortunately, I think we have too much of that right now. And it's something that I have to correct as a coach. I have to be a better coach in order to get them out of where they are right now. So it's probably mostly my problem.
It's time for a quick break.
Well, when we get back, I take a shot on goal against CSU Soccer goalie Jesse McGinley.
And I sit down with CSU Volleyball senior Alex Reid to hear about her transfer from Long Beach State. We'll be right back.
Tune in to KCSU, your student-run radio station at Colorado State University. Live 24 hours a day, every day at 90.5 FM and kcsufm.com. Live local new music now, and news, talk, and sports. KCSU, the radio voice of Colorado State, on the air since 1964.
You're watching CTV, produced by Colorado State University students, bringing you news, weather, sports, and entertainment from campus and beyond. CTV live Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. on campus and Fort Collins on Channel 11. Repeats at midnight, 8 a.m., noon, and 2 p.m.
The Rocky Mountain Collegian is your student-run news and information platform. Pick up your paper on campus or around Fort Collins Monday through Thursday with special editions Fridays. And check out collegian.com anytime for all the latest updates. News, sports, entertainment, opinion, and more. The Rocky Mountain Collegian, serving Colorado State since 1891.
Welcome back. We missed you. Brett, I heard you had the opportunity to take a shot on CSU's goalie.
That's right, Trav. It was fun. Colorado State goaltender Jesse McGinley is tied for the most saves in the Mountain West Conference this season through 15 games. I recently had a chat with McGinley about her unique game rituals, and I tested out my fading soccer skills. Check it out. I'm Brett Kennedy here at the Rams soccer field, and I'm going to get the chance to talk to CSU goaltender Jesse McGinley, and I'm going to get a feel for how superstitious she is, how she prepares for games, and then I'm going to put her in the goal, and I'm going to try to get a ball past her. Let's see how this turns out. Colorado State goaltender Jesse McGinley hails from the small town of Truckee, California, which drives her motivation to make a name for herself.
It's really hard to make it out of that town. For athletics or anything, so obviously playing club like 2 hours away from my hometown, and everything is just very small, so I think that's driven me to be the person I am today, for sure.
Along with playing for CSU, McGinley has played in a semi-professional league before, which has fueled her will to compete.
It was really cool because I was able to play with people aspiring to be professional players, as well as other girls who were in Division I sports. One of my teammates was actually like a 30-year-old from like retired Irish professional, which was bizarre, but she was hilarious. But yeah, it was just very eclectic, and it was cool to compete in that kind of realm.
McGinley is a very superstitious person. She changes her hairstyles a lot, and if the team wins, she keeps it.
I don't know, it's really hard to make a decision on like what hairstyle I should wear. Like, one time I was wearing a bun and I'd had a good game, so I was like, maybe it's the bun, you know? And so then I switched it up, and yeah, and then I had a bad game with bun.
But the most interesting superstition she does before games involves some creativity.
I color because, well, I like coloring, but obviously but to like keep myself not too amped up before games. Like if I sit there and like get psyched out and like have mental imaging and like all of this stuff before the game, get way too psyched out, then I just like won't play good. I know from experience. So the coloring kind of like helps me like chill out a little bit and kind of puts it all in perspective. Let's color Curious George. Yep, that's my stress ball.
All right, Jesse, it's time for the moment of truth. I'm going to try to score a goal on you. How do you think I'll fare?
Well, we'll just have to see about that. I don't know.
I don't know. I played a lot in elementary school and middle school, so
There we go.
I'm all ready to go.
Whatever helps, yeah.
She doesn't believe in me. Let's see what happens. Gotta get ready. Gonna make this shot. You're going down, Jesse. You are going down. And that's why she's the CSU goalie. Good job. Thank you. That was fun. Although the team is now 3-10-2, McGinley said that the team is staying positive, learning from the losses, and focusing on the games ahead.
Brett, I think it's pretty fair to say your soccer skills are fading.
You know, and it's funny because we took a couple shots to take that. Some of my first shots weren't even like close to the net. So my soccer skills, they've kind of faded away. You're right.
McGinley's a good goalie. Don't take it too hard.
Yeah, she's good. She's really good.
From Long Beach State to Colorado State, Alex Reid, the senior volleyball player, said that she took a leap of faith in joining Colorado State for her final year of eligibility. I sat down with Alex to hear how her transfer is going and to hear what it's like to play at Moby. You spent your last 3 seasons at Long Beach State, and you played there all 3 seasons. What was your reason for coming to CSU?
I wanted a different college experience, and Long Beach wasn't really giving me what I needed to be successful, like personally. So I just made the decision, kind of took like a leap of faith, and then I was really lucky that CSU was one of the people that wanted me.
What's it like to come back to your home state and play in front of, I imagine your family's coming down?
Yeah, it's awesome. My mom has season tickets, so she's like sitting right on the sideline cheering, and it's awesome. I love it, and the rest of my family comes, friends, like coaches that I've had, so it's really awesome to come back and play in my home state.
At Long Beach State, you were all Big West, and then you also played in the NCAA tournament. Do you kind of think that you came into CSU with immediate respect from the players and coaches when you came in?
I guess you could say that, but I definitely knew that when I came in, I still had to earn that respect because it's a new team, it's a new person, you never know like what you're gonna get. So my plan was just to work as hard as I can and try to earn that from all the players and coaches.
What's that like doing that a second time?
It's different just because you're like in a weird position, like being new, it's kind of like you're a freshman, but you're a senior, so you're expected to have like this leadership and you already have that and you wanna like give that to the team without being like, oh, this is what you need to do and I'm gonna tell you what I need to do even though I'm new here. So it was weird when I first got here, but everybody was super great about it, and Tom told me, he was like, I want you to have a powerful leadership role on the team, and so that made me feel a lot better.
And what's that like playing for Coach Hilbert?
I love it. I think he's a great coach, and I really love working with him, and he's really good and knows the game, and like we have a good personal relationship too, which is really nice. Okay, so in high school you played in the state championship game. Comparing adrenaline, was there more adrenaline pumping in that state championship game or your first game at Moby? Wow, that's a good comparison. I don't know. I want to say probably playing in Moby just because like it's a bigger crowd. They're super close to you. It's my first game in a new gym. So that was a little bit nerve-wracking, but once I started playing, I got more comfortable. So I love playing in Moby. It's fun. Big atmosphere. Is it a lot bigger here than at Long Beach State? Yeah, I would say that the gym's pretty comparable, but there's definitely a lot more fans here at Moby. What's your favorite part about being at CSU? I would just say like the family atmosphere. Like it's everybody knows everyone and is super supportive of like CSU athletics, and that's really different. And I love it. Like when I first came here, everybody was super nice to me. Like people that I didn't even know are like saying hi to me, like good luck in your games, all this stuff. So that's really nice.
Center stump, a pancake save by Young, and Reid with a phenomenal play there.
Reid has already won a Mountain West Offensive Player of the Week award and hopes to continue the successful season going forward. When we come back, Brett and I are going to preview this weekend's matchup between CSU Football and Air Force. We'll be right back.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft. To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do.
That's why we're here. We're free and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos. Go to GetSchooled.com.
Welcome back. Brett, big rivalry matchup this weekend against Air Force, and it's also sort of a revenge matchup after losing at Air Force last season for the Rams.
This is a huge game for these Rams. Let's check out the tape.
Here's the tail of the tape in the blue corner. Points per game. Air Force obviously here has more points per game with their triple option offense. You look at Colorado State, 28.3. Brett, the biggest thing you have to look at here is defense. Pass yards allowed. Air Force really holding down teams.
And in the green corner, we have Colorado State allowing 400 yards passing. Trav, that is not very good. And as you can tell right there, yards rushing, 320 to 165 for Air Force to CSU. They love to run that option offense. And CSU got torched by the option a couple weeks ago against Utah State.
Oh, that's 400 total yards the Rams have given up.
That's right, yeah.
When you look at this game, as I said, triple option offense coming into Fort Collins. You got to look at the matchup against Utah State. CSU struggled to hold down the option offense from Utah State. Their quarterback almost had 200 yards rushing. Brett, I don't know if this defense has the ability to contain at the end position. That's what you got to do against option offenses. You got to contain with your defensive ends and really stay put, and I haven't seen that from the defense this year.
Like you've said, Trav, this run defense has struggled this year, and a couple other of the Mountain West teams that CSU plays down the line does run that option, so CSU has to get their run defense locked in because they're going to be seeing this option offense a lot more.
Another thing we definitely need to talk about, the quarterback position. Nick Stevens last week against Boise State gets 2 drives to start off the game. Second drive, Dalen Dawkins fumbles, and then Stevens comes out of this game. Coleman Key comes in, did a solid job at the start of him being in the game, but later on struggled. We don't really know who the quarterback is for this team, and I don't even think Coach Bobo knows.
I don't think Bobo knows either, Trav. That whole situation was kind of really odd. Nick Stevens comes in, and you think he's going to be the starter, but then Coleman Key comes in, gets a little momentum, drives the team down the field to get into the end zone, but then didn't do much after that, and then Nick Stevens played spot duty and came in. We really don't know who's going to play this Saturday, and Bobo, he's kind of just, it's kind of a toss-up right now.
Yeah, Bobo said today in the press conference that Stevens will be the starter, but who knows what that means? Stevens was the starter against Boise and played 2 drives to start off the game. So we'll see what's your score prediction and who wins.
I'm going to say Air Force wins this game 21. Let's go to 21-13.
I'm going 28-14. Air Force wins. I don't think the Rams can hold down that option offense. And unfortunately, that is all the time we have for you tonight. Make sure you check out our sports coverage throughout the week on collegian.com and click on that sports tab.
Have a good night.